All right. So should we just jump straight into critiquing the game then?
Yeah, there's not much to critique.
Tell me your thoughts.
My thoughts are I want us to lose, and we lost. We did
So,
it.
so
The Pacers are a tricky team to guarantee a loss again because they're a good team, but they're one of those teams they could go out there and lose to anybody. They're not
yeah.
above losing to teams like the Sixers, Wizards. With the guys that are out there right now, it's hard to point out bright spots because, I don't want to be negative about all the guys that are on the court. A lot of these dudes are not going to be on the team next year. Um, you saw like Jeff Doughton's probably having the best game of everybody tonight, and you see the minutes he gets when everybody's healthy. Like he doesn't really play. He gets garbage minutes, maybe 2 minutes at the end of the first half, 5 at the end of the game. I like to see Adem Bona getting minutes because he's young. He's a guy that can develop. I like seeing Yabusele play well because I feel like he's a guy we need to resign and bring back next year. But with Grimes, Maxey, George, and Embiid all not playing, there's struggling for talking points.
Yep. I'm gonna transition this real quick. Yeah, basically to your point, I agree with everything you're saying. I was literally just watching. I was in a rabbit hole today at work of just going into how are all the NBA teams created and all their names, and how were the MLB teams created and all their names in the NFL. Like I was just going down it, and the big thing that they were saying about the Pacers were that they had I think it was their one championship, like however forever ago. But ever since then, they just been like a mid-tier team where they're not good enough to win anything, but they're not bad enough to tank. So they've always been in this state of limbo, like you were saying. So I definitely agree with that point. But yeah, like I have the statistics up on the screen. There's really not anything that you can talk about. Other than, like a good Jeff Doughton game where he's hitting a lot of shots. He's taking majority of the shots for 11 for 20. And then everything else is pretty, regular. You got Yabusele, who's not really regular getting rebounds, but he got 15 tonight. So that looks really good. And I think O'Shea Brissett is on a 10-day contract, but scoring 14 points for him for his first game in. We're not running anything because we don't have anybody who is like that person that's supposed to score like a Quentin Grimes in this scenario. So that's why you see Jeff Doughton with 24 and Jared Butler with 17 and Brissett with 14. So it's just a bunch of guys that are just looking to get buckets. Like you said, a lot of these guys aren't going to be on the team next year, so they're really just trying to showcase themselves to get a contract. Don't blame them at all for it. As long as you're losing with it, we're okay with that. Yeah, so sorry guys, we kind of cut the video a little bit short, a little bit abruptly. We transitioned into talking about another point with the speculations with Paul George trade rumors, hopefully for the summertime. So if you want to see that video, we're going to post that soon, to make sure you guys check it out. But I appreciate you guys watching this video as we review the game against the Indiana Pacers versus the Sixers and how they lost 112-100. We will be back on Sunday as we go up against the Dallas Mavericks. All right, everybody, have a good one.